Nani?
Gotcha, bitch!
Yo, if you guys pick the gunner class just because you think you're going to be running around like Rambo, you're completely wrong, and that's not how you use the gunner class. Today, I'm going to show you the best gunner loadouts for Insurgency Sandstorm on PS5, and how to use light machine guns effectively, and why this class can also lock down an objective. Look, the gunner class isn't slow because he's lazy. He's literally carrying enough ammo to invade a country. Yo, what up, tactical nerds? Today we're going over the gunner class, and before we get too far ahead of ourselves, if you click up in the right hand corner right now, you will see the playlist for this whole PS5 class loadout. Make sure you guys are clicking that, starting from the rifleman, because rifleman is the backbone of Insurgency Sandstorm. But let's go ahead and get into it today. We're going to be talking about what makes the gunner unique. Look, guys, the gunner, it isn't about rushing objectives, guys. The gunner is more of a supportive role, lock down a certain lane, using suppressive fire. Look, if you ever ran around a corner and your screen gets all blurry and you're just getting pelted with ammo, well, that's probably a gunner setting down range. The gunner is best to hold down lines of sight and stopping the enemy from rushing to the objective. But my favorite part is setting back and picking people off at long range, because the gunner has some range. I mean, it's almost like a sniper with a big bag full of ammo. Alright? And you create opportunities for your team to push. Your biggest weapon isn't damage, even though you can do a lot of damage. It's the pressure that the enemy feels when they try to go around a corner. They have to re-wrap around the other direction because they know you have that locked down. Think of the gunner as an anchor of your team. While everyone else is moving, you're controlling where the enemies can and can't go. So why should you choose the gunner? You have a highly sustained firepower in the game. That's what you are. Like, you can lay down sustained fire. You also have a massive magazine capacity. It's excellent for defending objectives. You can also, like I said earlier, lock down long lines of sight. With an LMG and you use a bipod, you almost have zero recoil, and it's like picking fish out of a barrel. You're also perfect for stopping enemies that run around corners. You're extremely valuable in the push and frontline game mode. Now, I want to go over a couple mistakes that a lot of gunners use. Mistake number one: running everywhere. In a game like Insurgency Sandstorm, your spawn is a little bit further out. So, don't try to run everywhere. You have a heavy weapon which drains your stamina. As a gunner, I would recommend that you plan your position and you move slowly. Mistake number two: never using your bipod. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. If you try to run around and hit fire and aim down sight without a bipod, you are going to have a massive, and I mean a massive amount of recoil and screen shake. The best thing you could do is use a bipod, because it literally takes that massive amount of screen shake down to absolutely almost zero. You can be pinpoint accurate across the map if you use a bipod. It is almost essential to have a bipod almost on all of your LMGs. Now, you can deploy on windows, sandbags, vehicles, rocks, low walls. I mean, the bipod is key. Mistake number three: reloading too often. Look, you might think you just laid a lot of ammo downrange, a lot of hate downrange, and you need a reload. If you have 120 rounds left, you don't need a reload. Only reload when it's safe, because LMGs have longer reload times. Mistake number four: playing like a rifleman. you're not supposed to entry and clear. You're not supposed to enter buildings, rush around. You're supposed to be the support of your team. Mistake number 5. Standing in the open. Find some cover, deploy your bipod, and hold angles. Force enemies to rethink their route. That's the biggest key to playing the gunner class. Now we're going to go ahead and go over some loadouts real quick. This is my go-to loadout, guys. I have the H21 with the 2x 1x MAR and the compensator. I have the Makarov because if it's for free, it's for me. And I have a Molotov cocktail. You can also trade this out for, let's say, a smoke. I also have a heavy carrier because I want all the ammo I can have. I don't have any armor because I don't have any points left over, to be honest, or I would. Alright, let's go over to security. I have the M250 with the flash hider, the 4x times 1x SU230 sight. 1 smoke, heavy carrier, light armor, and gas mask because you have to have a gas mask in this game. It is essential. And this class is my go-to loadout for the security side. With that being said, those are the 2 guns that I run. Now let's go over some bipod tips because I really want to drill this home. You want to deploy your bipod early. You want to pre-aim lanes. You can use, like I said, windows, cars, concrete barriers, low walls, rocks. The bipod removes almost all recoil. Now, let's go over something that a lot of people might overlook. The suppression. What is suppression? Okay. Suppression is when you're shooting your LMG with sustained fire in a direction of the enemy. They'll hear the snaps go by their head as the bullets literally whiz by, and it will shake their screen, turn their screen absolutely grainy and fuzzy, and they can't see. It makes it hard for them to aim, and it literally makes it where they can't peek, and if they do, they lose their head, quite literally. And if you do it right, you pretty much already won. Alright, let's go over some quick tips real quick. Like I said, don't chase your kills or don't chase the rabbit. Protect your teammates while they move. Relocate after a long burst. If enemy know your positioning, so you need to reposition, right? Fire in controlled burst unless you're laying down hate for suppression. So if you see somebody, you know, controlled burst like 2 to 3 seconds, done, 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 you know, like that. One of my favorite sayings is, a good rifleman wins gunfights, a great gunner wins the territory. Look, if this gunner guide helped you out, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on that noti bell, because in the next video, we will be doing marksman class, guys. This has been your boy Still Actual. Stay tactical, baby.